Sagittarius is up next. My sister's sign. Okie dokie, artichoke. How are you all doing, Sagittarius? I hope you've been doing fantastic. We're doing things differently. I didn't do them differently this week for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, unfortunately. They'll get the new ones next week. Rather than looking at your past, present, future, I'm just going to get general advice for the week. Ahead, 20th through the 26th. Did I already say that? I don't know. Anyways. Alright. Father, what is Sagittarius being called to do this week? Go on. So, I don't know what what you've had to deal with recently, or what you may be dealing with right now. If it either was something came to an end, or something is coming to an end for you. And if it's that something is coming to an end for you, don't be afraid of this ending, but don't be, how to say, make sure you're not being excessive about the way you put an end to whatever this is. Be very wise and logical in the way you approach this. Try not to hurt others. If it's the case that whatever this is has already come to an end, I think you made the right decision letting this come to an end, but if you didn't end it in the best way possible, perhaps reflect a little bit, see where you could have done things better. Damn, sorry, we're starting this off with a rough one. Okay. For those not needing reflecting, for those who are thinking about coming to an end, how can we end this in the best way possible? Don't hold back your emotions. Don't, correction. Don't hold back the good emotions. You may be feeling angry or hurt or betrayed, whatever the case, but don't approach this situation from that place. Approach this from well, this has to end. I'm sorry this has to end, but this is, the best course of action and so on. So be very empathetic and understanding and compassionate towards whatever this is, or whoever this is. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to continue on that. Maybe. What would be the best way for Sagittarius to approach this from appropriate? approach this in an appropriate way. Okay. Know that this decision that you're making ultimately is one that you know is best for you. You're not, whatever this is that you're putting an end to, you're not ending it out of malice or anger or hatred towards whoever or whatever this is. You are ending it out of love for yourself and your own happiness, which is fair. Do what you gotta do for you. Not everybody's gonna understand it, but that's fine. Okay. What should Sagittarius be avoiding this week? I pulled this exact sequence of cards in, was it the Daily Christian reading? I think it was. The message feels different though. You may be trying to put a lot on your plate all at once, to shoulder more burdens and responsibilities than you would really be comfortable with. It's like you want to do a bunch of things all at the same time, because all of these things are things that you want for yourself. Jack of all trades, master of none, though. One at a time. Prioritize. Figure out what you gotta do first. What one's the most important? Then go on to the next one, and the next one, and so on. Alright, polar opposite. What should Sagittarius be embracing this week? Embrace yourself. Look at all the hard work you've put into being who you are and getting to where you're at. I'm proud of you. You should be proud of you. I'm sure a bunch of people are proud of you. Look at you. You're so bold. You're so confident. You're so... you. Sagittarius in the spotlight. Embrace that spotlight. Let yourself shine. Let people see you. Okay. Can we get some advice for Saggy? Okay. It looks like you may be so focused on the journey that has led you to this point and everything that has gone wrong in that journey, so much so to the point where as you're looking forward, it's kind of like you have like a... Is it a one? Is it one-way mirrors or two-way mirrors that you can see through? Yeah, whichever. One of those mirrors that you can see through, it's like, here's your past, and here's your future, and then you've got a mirror over here in the future. So, like, your past is coming through, and you're just stuck in this place of like, well, nothing's gonna go right. Everything's going wrong, so I can just expect everything to continue going wrong. No, it's fine. Don't indulge that. Don't let that side of you take over. That side of you's a liar. God has plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Have faith. Okie dokie artichokes. Nah, not that one. We'll get you a soul's journey, or a hero's journey. Be your own hero, Saggy. I forgot how big these cards are. They're hard to shuffle. And they're so glossy, sticking to each other and all whatnot. Eh. You know, every time I pick up these cards, it just makes me think of Shaq. And how I really wish I had his hands for decks like this. But then, it would make it really annoying for the rest of my decks, because they're all smaller. Where you are is where it's at. Stay still until you are divinely moved. Number 14. I was fascinated with numerology. 14, 14, 14. Message. Oh, well, I guess we can do the poem first, or the phrase, whatever the heck it is. Solitude gives birth to the original in us, to beauty unfamiliar and perilous, to poetry. It's by Thomas Mann. Message. When you feel resistance, it might mean you're not up to the task. Then again, it might mean that you are up to the task, but don't realize your own strength. Oh, you are up to the task, but don't realize your own strength. Resistance sometimes serves to preserve your energy and keep you safe. Without resistance, you might maniacally say yes to everything, perhaps for fear of missing out. But right where you are is holy ground. From a quantum physics perspective, you're already everywhere, and everyone and everything is within you. When you realize this, there can be no fear of missing out, because you are already where it's at. Honor the spirit of resistance, and though it will be with you through every step of your hero's journey, you've done enough inner work to know the difference between a yes and a no. It's wise to pause and consider your choices and actions with respect to your available energy, schedule, and resources. If you've seen yourself in a dream saying no recently, you're being guided to release good and better to make room for best. Your dreams as a reward system lets you know when you are on track and when you have strayed. Courageous choices will be affirmed with pleasurable scenarios, feelings. When you are off track, you will find yourself in an unpleasant scenario or shouting no at an adverse energy. All of this supports you in living true to your most significant version of you. Mantra for the week. I move when moved. Until then, I revel in the deliciousness of the present moment. I could not read that to save my life. Sagittarius, thank you for listening. God bless you all. Jesus loves you. Peace be with you. Until next week.